Hi children, good evening. Now we are going to see platyhelminthes and nematodes. That means flatworms and nematodes. I already told you platy means flat. So you can see here the worms are flat structure. Here the worm is a flat. So these are called as a what? Platyhelminthes. And here tapeworm. So can you see here this is very long and it is present means mostly all these are parasites and they are present in the intestine, large intestine itself, because they are getting the food material there. Undigested food material present in the intestine, large intestine, isn't it? So that they can eat the food and they can provide the symbiotic nature also for humans, some. Okay. And now you can see there are different type of the platyhelminthes. This is called the monoxenina and flatworms. Come to the detailed characteristic features. Okay, what are the detailed characteristic features for this? And here, these detailed characteristic features which will show uh, habitat is a aquatic. Mostly they are present in the water, even inside the body also. They are very less are free living and more are parasitic nature. Example, planaria, flukes, tapeworms. Can you see here tapeworm? It is very, very long. Okay. And these are platyhelminthes is differentiated into three classes. One is turbularia, one is cystoda, and one is trematoda. This is no need for you. Just I am giving the examples. Okay. Body is body plan, which is a acoelomate. There is no coelom at all. There is no cavity at all in the flatworms. That means platyhelminthes. Bilaterally symmetrical. We have seen previously radially symmetrical. Here bilaterally symmetrical means the body differentiate. When you cut the body, two parts, two halves will produce, and each half consists of the similar organs which is present in the another half also. That's why it is called as a bilaterally symmetrical body. Nutrition is a parasitic. Already I told you, and mostly they are present in blood. That means depend on blood and tissues of the host organism, and that means mostly in the intestine. And then feeding is planarians extend pharynx from mouth. Now you can see here, previously we don't have mouth, anus and all these parts, isn't it, in the Cnidaria. But in the flatworms, we can see there is a proper mouth is present, but there is no anus again. Only mouth is present. And here a simple type of the digestive tract is present. Why? Because they don't have proper type of digestive canal. They are depending on others for food. That's why there is no proper type of the digestive canal. They are dorsoventrally flattened, means like this. It is flat, dorsally and ventrally. Dorsally means upper part, ventral means down part. They are very flat. Here, Guggenbaum, in 1859, he placed the flatworms in a separate group. That's why he gave the names Platyhelminths. Previously, Platyhelminths, Nematohelminths, both are in the same group. But here, now it is differentiated into two groups, two phyla, Platyhelminths and Nematohelminths, otherwise called as a nematodes. Okay. Circulatory system, that is diffusion, just passing through the body wall. Nervous system, it is a simple type of nervous system which we can see. Eye spots is present. Auricles, that means heart, it is also very simple. They are very sensitive to light and chemicals. Respiration through the skin only. There are no specific respiratory organs. Excretion is having a flame cells. The cells which are just like a flame like it appears. That's why it is called as a flame cells. And mostly present in the intestine. And you can see here the same. And they are triploblastic. That is very important. Coelenterates are diploblastic. Only two germinal layers are present, ectoderm and endoderm. Whereas in flatworms, triploblastic, three layers are present, ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Do you know what are these germinal layers? The germinal layers means from these cells only the organs will produce afterwards. That's why they are called as a germinal epithelium layers. Germinal means which will give the birth to the afterwards in somewhat. That's why these are called as a germinal layers. And the same thing we are seeing the some characters are we are adding here, that is study of these tapeworms and flatworms are called a helminthology. Why? Because they are present, they are feed the what host parts. That's why it is called a helminthology. Then Gegenberg gave the term platyhelminthes. Already we have seen. Then body is covered by ciliated epithelium or cuticle. This is very important. The body is covered by means of a cuticle, which is a what a thick layer is present. And they are mostly parasites. Another also ectoparasites or endoparasites. Ecto means inside they are present. Sorry, endo means inside they are present. Ecto means out of the body, like louse and all this. These are the ectoparasites. And even what we can say, leech, that is also ectoparasite. Endoparasites means these are all. Okay, flatworms and all. These will come as a endoparasites. And they are having adhesive structure. That means to catch the intestine walls, they are having a system that is called as a what head part. Can you see here? It is just like a pin head. That much size this head part will be present in tapeworm. It's having it like a tape-like structure. That's why the name has given tapeworm. But the scientific name is Taenia solium. Okay, Taenia solium. That is very important scientific name. And soft body having segmented or non-segmented body. This is not having a segments, okay, but these are having a segment. Okay, and this is a monoecious, means male and females are not separate. Both the organisms, reproductive organs are present in the same living thing. Okay, and flame cells are what? Excretory organs, or whether it is called as a protonephridia. It is otherwise called as a protonephridia. And nematodes. Another phylum is a nematoda. Nema means what? Very small. That's why they are very small. So the name has given nematodes. They are unsegmented. They don't have any segments. And they are elongated, also cylindrical in shape. I think you might have seen the hookworm, pinworm, very small. Those are called, those are in the nematodes only. But here you can see sexes are separate. Male and females are present. Previous phylum, there is no male and female. They are monoecious. Okay. Here it is called as a hermaphrodites. Those are called as a hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites means both the sexes are present in the same individual. So Platyhelminthes is a hermaphrodite. Whereas these nematodes are sexual dimorphism. Sexual dimorphism means di means two. So two forms we can see in these nematodes. And they have a complete digestive tract with two things. One is mouth and the next end is anus. So that means what? When compared to Platyhelminthes, nematodes are a little bit developed organisms. Okay, so that they are having what? Mouth and anus. Whereas in Platyhelminthes, there is no anus, only mouth is, only single opening is present. And they are free living. Some are what? Parasites in humans, plants, and even animals also. And they have three basic morphological forms. One is egg stage, larval stage, and adult stage. So three forms are there in the life cycle. And already I told you they are very small. In nematodes means in Greek, it is a thread-like structure, very small and thread-like structure. No circulatory system, okay. Excretory system, it is renate. It is just a type of cells are present in that. Digestive system is linear. Syncytial means what I told you before. Syncytial means in uh, fungi. Multicellular or syncytial means a single cell consists of many nuclei. Okay, so this is a syncytial type of cells, and they go for the ensheathment. Ensheathment means what? When they are not in a favor condition, they will go for the covering and then they'll sleep. Okay, that is the ensheathment. And here body is bilaterally symmetrical, just we have seen previously. Body organization triploblastic, 3 layers: endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. Cavity is a pseudocoelom. Okay, here also coelom is uh, it appears like a coelom, but it is not a proper coelom. It is, that's why it is called as a false coelom. Platyhelminthes, there is no coelom at all. Acoelomate. They are called as a acoelomate. But here, these are pseudocoelom. Coelom is present, but it is not a true coelom. Okay, that is the difference in between the platyhelminthes and nematodes. This is very important. Okay, sexes are separate. Already I told you. And they are infective stage, that is embryonated egg. Egg stage is the infective stage for them. And classified into two main categories: intestinal nematodes and tissue nematodes. And they are also causes the filariasis. Filariasis means what? People are having legs, very swollen legs. So these swollen legs are causes by means of this filaria worm. This filaria worm is nothing but in the nematodes. Okay, so this is the filariasis, or otherwise called as the elephantiasis. Elephantiasis means the leg will get swollen. Leg, sometimes the breast also, and sometimes neck part, it's bulging out because of this worm. This worm is present in the, that means it carry by means of a vector, that is what we call as a mosquito, Culex mosquito, like malaria. So malaria causing by means of an Anopheles mosquito, but the causative agent is Plasmodium, protozoan. Here the causative agent is what? Nematode, that is filariasis. That means filaria. The worm is filaria and it causes filariasis. But how it enter? Because of the mosquito bite. So the mosquito is called as a female Culex mosquito. Understand? It is caused by means of a female Culex mosquito. Okay. So these are the nematode structure. Just go through. It is not important internal, the whole internal structure. Only you can see the external structure. This is what hookworm. Okay, roundworms or hookworms will come in this nematodes, and they are responsible for around 2.2% of the total carbon emission from soils. So these are important to get the carbon emissions from soil, which are present in the soil, but not in the human being, but in the soil. Okay, intestinal roundworms they are called. And chromosome diminution have 3 leaves, coelomocytes, and then means pseudocoelom. And pathogenesis means causative diseases, ascariasis, pneumonitis, and transplacental migration. These are the diseases names. Okay, so go through this one and note down this evaluation, complete this, and even this worksheet also. Okay, but here the answers already given, but you try to read it properly. Okay, take care, bye.